Yeah,
It's
vintage.
cheaper.
Vintage is cheaper because I guess technically, if we have a shirt from the '90s, like a Blue Jays sweater, like a World Championship shit, that's vintage.
What's the newest an antique can be? Like what's the youngest it can be to be considered an antique?
I think after 20 years.
That's a great question. 20 years.
I think 20 years. After 20 years, it's
I
like
got underwear that old, dude.
I got underwear less than that still have holes in them. I like to bring girls over and tear it off like Hulk Hogan. And I do this, and I can't hear them coming. Oh, fucker.
Yeah, I never thought about that, the difference between vintage and antique, but I guess it is just like, yeah, if you have a shitty Pearl Jam t-shirt from the 90s, that's vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anything both vintage and an antique?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh.
Like an old Blue Jays clock or something?
Yeah.
I feel like one
think
store
so.
could price it as vintage and another store could price it as antique.
Okay.
And if you get the right idiot,
Yeah.
they'll pay the extra.
People who buy antiques and vintage are the right idiot.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to describe
dummies.
them.
You could have gone to Value Village.
And we have Kievik. Yeah. Without who this never would have been possible.
Yeah.
This whole
Well, it
podcast.
would have been, but we
And
could
he's
put it somewhere else,
dripping with the jewels over here. He's got the fucking Jacob watch and the gold chain.
No, it's not. The drip is just toilet water.
That's what I was about to say.
I heard there.
Can I get my first fade ever live on a podcast one time?
Oh, hell
I'll
yeah.
be sick.
Why don't we do it today? Unless you don't have your fading
Because he
equipment.
looks good. He's very stylish, but I don't think that would suit me.
I don't have it on me today, no.
I could pull off
If I got
fade.
like a haircut
Yeah,
like his,
totally.
I think I would look ridiculous. But he looks he looks great with it though.
You could pull it off. You could pull it off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You have to do something with the top at the same time.
Okay.
Kind of have to like
Yeah, curl
straighten it out a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll hook it up sometime, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had, like, who does your hair? Who cuts your hair? Is it
barber.
Dana? Say Dana.
No. It's now I go to this place, Sports Clips. No, because it's a sports themed place where they have sports playing on the thing,
Yeah?
and
They clip your hair.
yeah, but it's not. They're not sports fans. It's all just these women. They're like, yeah, I don't watch it. It's just whatever. We just have to listen to it all
Are you
day.
singing a race car for this? Like what?
And they do this thing where they give a massage after. You have to pay extra. But none of them are like masseuses or anything. They put like this. It's like a massager. They just put it on your back and
Yeah.
like, hey, I was like, that's okay.
And it makes you come like crazy.
Man, white people do barbershops differently.
Yes. So I feel so bad when we switch barbers. Like, these guys would make me come for years.
We had a relationship.
You know, I've never been to a barber ever.
Well, why would you?
Well, like now. But I mean, even when I had hair,
As a child?
I'd never been. Yeah.
Who cut your hair?
My dad.
As a kid.
My dad cut my hair until I was old enough that I just started shaving my head.
Yeah.
Because I looked at all my uncles and they're like, all these guys are bald.
Yeah.
I will be bald. That's the way the world works. And it worked out that way.
My mom used to cut my hair, and she left like my rat tail before, and I got made fun of.
You had a rat tail? I did. Of course. How old are you?
Until how old?
He means last year.
I thought you were like way younger than me.
Oh no, I'm an older man. I'm an older gentleman.
He's surprisingly old.
Are you,
Yeah.
what, are you Gen X? What are you?
Millennial.
No, he's
So you're not
I'm the
millennial.
old millennial.
He's
Elder
early.
millennial.
He's one of the first millennials
to ever exist.
Day 2 of the millennials.
I'm vintage.
Yeah, you're vintage millennial.
You just got a ratty white snake shirt on. Just like,
He does date women who like Whitesnake. That's like
Yes.
his type.
They're white.
that's a good time.
Yeah.
They're white women.
100% of those.
Yeah.
100% of those girls
How
swallow.
old are you?
I'm 38.
You won't believe that, goddamn.
How old are you?
33. No, 34.
He forgot. Sorry, he was counting on his hand.
But 30. What? You're 30. What? 34?
34, goddamn.
Yeah.
How old is that in player years?
How old are you, Brad?
I'm 50.
Nice.
That's not bad. 50. I used to.
Oh,
like,
it's bad.
It is bad because you just said it's not bad. Like nobody
Yeah. I wonder if you're right.
The fact that you had to say that.
What a dick. Yeah.
You're right. He's minimizing my fucking shame.
I was just telling a story once. This chick came up to me. She was like, she was being nice and stuff, but then she was trying to convince me I'm not fat.
Yeah.
But I never said I was fat.
Right.
Like, so obviously there's something that makes you think that.
That pop in her
you're
head.
not
Yeah.
fat. Yeah.
But how did it come up? Like,
She was drunk, but like she was just started telling. She's like, "Oh, you're not fat."
This is how him
I
and
didn't-
Dana met.
Wait, I didn't think
So yeah, you're out. I'm assuming at night, and then some girl just walks up to you at a McDonald's or something.
Well, I was with Sidekit. We were doing some pickup,
Some
right?
street stuff.
Yeah.
I was wearing my Matt Baxter shirt, the shirt with Matt Baxter naked on it.
Yeah.
With the no, with the thumb over the penis, and it says Team Baxter.
Yeah.
And women were loving it because they're like, oh, that. And some of them thought it was me. Like, is that you on your own shirt? I'm like, no, it's not. But
That would be awesome.
that would be awesome, right? So it was kind of like a peacocky thing, I guess. And some chick, she came up to me and like she kissed me, and like I was like, whoa, well, that's just all because the shirt.
Oh, nice.
And then after, it was at a Burger's Priest or something, and then she started telling me I'm not fat. After, like, shortly after.
I know you think you're fat, but you're not that fat, Jew. What?
And today, that girl is my wife.